Hello, anyone and everyone. My name is Ian Cooner, and today I'm going to talk about Google, their importance, why they're important, and what the world would possibly look like if they weren't around. So, enjoy. Chances are that when you think of a computer, one of the first things that comes to your mind is the internet. The internet has become an integral part of our everyday lives and is widely used by billions of people across the planet. Even though the internet is important, it hasn't always been the most easy to use. Imagine being on the internet and wanting to find different websites about a certain topic. What would you do? Chances are today that you would go to Google to find out. Well, what if Google didn't exist? Google is a revolutionary search engine created by Larry Page and Sergey Brin. Now, these two created Google while they were only students attending Stanford University, which is quite impressive. The idea for Google came about while the two were working on a digital library project together. It was while working on that project that the two inventors discovered a method of cataloging pages that was much more effective than the current methods. Now, this not only revolutionized just the search engine, but also helped to lift Google up as a company and give it a platform to start to revolutionize other aspects of our daily life. Google has introduced many technologies since the invention of the search engine, and has started to implement things like Google Glass and Google Maps, as well as the Google self-driving car, which hasn't come out yet, but is due around the corner somewhat soon. Now, Google has actually become so big that they're now Alphabet. Don't worry, Google, the search engine, is still Google, but the corporation Google has become so big and has its hands in so many different parts of of technology today that they had to create a bigger umbrella corporation. So the new umbrella corporation is called Alphabet, and you can see here why it's called Alphabet. For every letter of the alphabet, there is a different area of technology that Google has its hands in. So that's just an example of how big and how important Google is. What if Google didn't exist? What if Larry Page and Sergey Brin decided not to work with each other at Stanford? It was reported that they didn't like each other when they first met, and all they did was bicker. So what if they didn't make Google? Well, it's hard to say for sure what the internet might be like without Google, but we do know that websites like YouTube and other things might not be as big as they are. And this is because Google helps you find web pages. Imagine if you had to find a web page based off of knowing the exact web URL. I mean, YouTube would have only got popular if it was passed around between people, or if search engines like web crawler were picking up on the term internet videos on YouTube's page, which it likely could have not. Not only would the search engine Google not exist, but it would have never given the company Google a platform to start to revolutionize other parts of technology. Things like Google Maps and the Google car would be only dreams. Without Google, we could possibly be living 10 years in the past when speaking about technology. It's clear that technological innovations like Google are massively important, not only to us individually, but for all of humanity and for the betterment of our planet. Who knows what today's world would really be like if they had never come about, but it would definitely not be the same. Imagine if the internet wasn't a place where everyone went. It wasn't a place where hashtags were posted and Facebook was viewed and millions of hours of video were put up on the internet every week by anyone across the planet. Events like the Egyptian Revolution and, police brutality would not be exploited in such a way and would not be viewed by as many people. Perhaps the whole face of our planet would be drastically different, considering one company not being around. Now, this just goes to show how important these companies are and how important these seemingly small revolutions in the way we live our lives really are. Without them, we would be living in a different world, and it would definitely not be the same.